What?
Sarah has fashioned her whistle.
This is a big development.
It's at the ready.
It is. Look at ready. Look, Velcro.
Where's your horn?
Velcro. Well, here's the thing. The horn was too heavy, and the horn's right. It fell down. I had it.
Mm-hmm. We need like a clamp to put it in. You know.
I got it. There we go. It was
ready.
just on the wrong side. The cable knocked it down.
The sound effects are ready, everyone.
Sound effects are ready, and I do feel more like, what's his name? Gallagher, something like that, like a prop magician.
Prop comic. Yeah,
prop comic.
Totally. Okay, and we were running into some trouble because our whistles were not handy enough.
Right.
We didn't know we were going to blow them so often. There is just a lot of, we have to blow a lot.
You know what? There's a lot of things to blow the whistle about.
Yeah. How you been anyway? Where you been? What are you doing?
Where have I been? Oh my goodness! I met a baby this weekend. Is that not the greatest thing in the whole entire world?
Funny way to put it. I
did.
A baby. That's right. And she met planet Earth.
Yes.
And it was a new baby.
It was a new baby, 5 days old, and like everything this baby did, both me and my girlfriend were like holding the baby, and she would just make a face like wrinkle up her nose, and we'd both be like, oh, like it was the cute, like we were dying. And I said, I was hysterical, crying my eyes out. I said that it is good that my mom always tells the story about how when she had me, she was crying so hard and that she couldn't hold me, and my grandpa Marsh had to be the first one to hold me. And when I saw this baby, whose parents I love so much, I was like, I don't know if I can hold this baby right now. I'm too hysterical. Like, thank God I didn't have my own children. Thank God. I would be commit me. I'd have to be put in. I'd be locked up for being
what you can handle.
Just go cuckoo crazy over cuteness and love.
You know,
death by love.
Aw, matricide
That's how
by
I want to
affection.
Go. Yeah.
Aw, well, it does bother me that Adam got to hold Lincoln first.
Oh,
that is a bunch of a bullshit.
You know what? We're gonna do a little positive reframe here, and we're gonna say he was the second one to hold him. Because I think you would get a lot of carrying for 0 to 9 months.
Okay, but they should give the mom first right of refusal. You know? Like, they should be like, hey, you want first dibsies?
Yeah,
and then I could say.
Yeah.
I didn't get asked.
You know what? Because I think that's fair. I think that's a negotiable thing. And I think that there are some moms who might be like, oh, you know what? We'll give him this one.
I had it.
And then other moms are like, no, I need that.
Yeah, you got to ask.
Yeah. And he was a C-section.
Yeah.
So that, I feel like you should get extra, you go first.
Oh, because it's not like I'm like exerting here. I don't need a rest. No,
yeah,
for real.
I just feel like you should.
This isn't a trick. I feel like you're worried that this is a trick.
No, I'm not. I'm just going through in my head. And I'm trying to like come up with the, fair. And I'm like, no, I still stand by.
You can always ask, and then they can say yes or no, period.
Right.
So anyway, yeah, that's nice for you. I'm so glad you got to meet a baby.
Yeah.
They're so cute. I love babies.
I just love them so much.
Mm-hmm. Did it smell so cute?
Yeah, and just every single thing. And then I just loved thinking, like, this is the first time you've seen this. This is the first time you've seen
love that.
This is the first time you've seen this. And I'm going to show you that. And I'm just like, it's the friggin' greatest thing in the world.
It really is a miracle.
So shout out to babies.
Shout out to babies and the miracle of life.
Yeah, and moms for like all the work you did that day. So
no joke. Was this in like out the vagina kind?
Yeah.
Ooh. How big was that thing?
She's a narrow baby, but a long baby.
How many pounds though? Like
I want to say 7 pounds, something ounces.
Normal. Okay, good.
Yes. Yeah.
All right,
But
well,
there were very funny stories because mom is a vet and was like, can't we just grab the chains and pull this baby out? And was talking to me about something I never really thought of, which is that isn't it insane that human babies come out basically the biggest part first, whereas other animals come out like legs first, which then opens up mom to push the rest out.
Yeah,
They're just like head first, shoulders first. That's the biggest part.
It's dumb.
That's wild. So,
it seems wrong. It seems counterintuitive. And God bless mothers.
yeah. Ugh. God bless mothers.
My goodness.
But, she did amazing. And they're just the best parents. And, like, it's amazing to
Well, it's
watch.
a lucky baby then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, I don't want to go into detail here, but I had to go to court. I don't know. I think Sarah knew about it.
Oh, no. I know what this is over.
Because my baby.
Your son had to go to court. Well, actually,
yeah, right. I was just like one of those people on the people's court that's like in the seats, like, like getting all involved mentally. But I won't say too much because, I don't want to like blow his whole scene or whatever. But like this was an e-bike issue. Mm-hmm. Here's what I did want to bring up about it, though. Did you know, and I don't think you did, because I sure didn't, that to get body cam footage, you got to pay a pretty penny?
What?
I had to pay $600 to get that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm about to have a meltdown.
She's glitching.
I am glitching. You might think something's wrong with your. Nothing's wrong. Do not adjust your radio.
I'm sorry. I felt like that too, Sarah.
They really did a job of selling the free You called it the Free Information Act.
Yeah. It doesn't include that. It doesn't include video footage.
Free information, not exactly free.
Because they're sort of what they're claiming they're charging for isn't the footage. They're claiming they're charging for the labor it takes to, because they have to redact, I don't know what. They have to like go through it and get rid of anything that's sensitive. So the labor of that they charge for.
You cannot charge me for what AI is doing.
Yeah, and I don't give a shit. I'm happy to pay it because I am lucky enough to be able to afford $600. But
I would.
I'm not mad at Lincoln.
Chores.
I'm mad at the man.
I know. But I just like the. Oh man.
No, I know what you mean. I didn't like doing it.
I would be pissed.
I'm pissed, but it made what I was actually pissed at was that the people that need the footage the most, it would be cost prohibitive.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
That's what I'm mad about.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. That's actually just you could even put it at 200 and it's still out of reach. That is an out of reach dollar amount. That is something I wouldn't swing that. I'd be like, okay, well, I guess I'm not doing that.
That's rent for some people.
For freaking sure.
And I also, this is less important, but still relevant. You know how people get mad at the government because they're so stupid and they're so like old fashioned and like their bureaucratic red tape. They gave me that thing on a Blu-ray disc. I had to go drive across town and pick up an actual fucking Betamax practically.
Oh my God.
Blu-ray disc.
We are doing things so wrong.
Not a USB even, not a digital. Someone's back there with their like film. It was like, what would they do? It was like the Wonder Years. Like the film reel. I could just hear it
crackling.
flapping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Susie, this is really one of those interesting stories where you don't know what it's really like until it happens to you. Mm-hmm. I was watching some Instagram guy, TikToker guy, who's trying to get information from, I don't know, like a school board or somebody in West Virginia. And
oh God,
he is dealing with a corrupt, got put in jail and just is putting together this whole story. And he goes, I was hearing about people from this part of West Virginia saying that the government was corrupt and that they couldn't get anywhere with this. And he goes, I didn't know. I mean, I got it, but I did not get it until I tried and actually felt what it was like to be put in a jail cell and do all this and, see what that is like. And this is a big problem. And
yes,
that's what you were saying is a big problem.
Yes.
Oh my God. We are.
And it's not that I think it's necessarily like right.
All of them.
Clown show and blow it.
Blow it, baby. Clown show.
Oh my God. Yeah. So that was that. But
what did the police footage show?
It showed a lot of things I didn't like seeing.
Oh.
It made me cry.
Oh.
Because a lot of, I don't know for everybody, but for me, a lot of being a mother of a boy involves like the suspension of reality, like putting it out of your mind what did happen, could have happened. Every time he comes back onto my property, fully functional, alive, and healthy, I'm like, okay, we made it another day. And I don't want to think about whether it was close to not being that way. But sometimes you watch a video and see that it could have had alternative quantum leap outcomes, and I didn't like it.
Oh my God, that's scary.
It is.
Yeah.
And all you can do is hope that they learn and you taught them enough. But I can't dictate if he isn't in my presence.
Oh.
Right. And so that's hard. Let go and let God. Jesus, take the wheel.
Oh my God. I thank God I don't have children. I couldn't do it. I think about that. Nope, couldn't do it.
And
not for
God.
me. Thank God. Thank you, God, for taking away that opportunity for me.
You didn't know you were lucky.
Didn't know.
In some ways.
Oh, yeah, in some ways.
Thank God for therapy. And this show is
talk about all
sponsored
this
by BetterHelp. And thank Christ they are, because let me tell you, I am so thankful for therapy. Because
it is so necessary.
It is necessary. Sarah likes to make a joke that teenagers act the way they do so that by the time they're about to leave the nest, you're really ready for it. You're like, bye. And my child is only about to turn 14 and I am already there. So I still have a long road. And thank you, BetterHelp, for supporting me through it, because they have qualified licensed therapists of all stripes for you to get matched with, find the right one for you. And you can talk about your children or your spouse or your dating life or your work life or
anything,
your life on planet Earth.
Yeah. Because it's hard being a human.
It's hard being a person. And it is so nice to have someone lighting the way.
Yeah. It absolutely, my aunt jokes that sometimes our brain is like a dangerous neighborhood and we shouldn't go through it alone.
Yeah.
And so if you need somebody to walk through that neighborhood with of your mind and it feels scary in there, don't worry. Therapists are there.
Yeah. And I am thankful for it, because what makes BetterHelp great for me personally is you can do it digitally and you can meet your therapist from wherever you may be. You don't have to go anywhere. And that eliminates that friction. A lot of what makes me even cancel freaking dermatologist appointments is the friction of like, I don't want to go there today. I don't want to drive there.
Yes.
Oh, I got to do this. And this eliminates that. You're already on your phone. I know you are.
Yep.
And so you can do it that way.
The barriers that we kind of put in our own way sometimes too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, self-sabotage is
progress,
a thing.
For sure.
And guess what? It's Pride Month. And so a lot of people are probably being triggered and thinking about that this upcoming June. And maybe you want to talk to somebody about those elements too, and in the fraught nature of families. So Pride Month is a celebration of community, visibility, and the freedom to be yourself, and a reminder of how important support and connection can be for mental health. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/braincandy. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/braincandy.
Yes.
Alrighty. Let's dive in at long last. Oh, I did have a question for you. This was just like something I just wanted to know if you agree or disagree. Do you feel like things have like calmed down in the world of gender reveal parties? I haven't seen a mishap in a long time.
You know what? Now that you mention it, I know that they're still going on, but I think that we're being a little more subtle about the gender reveals. And then I think also a lot of people aren't doing them. I think that we are kind of going back on that.
Maybe people are just learning what the baby is and not making a big whole thing about it.
And I also think that some people are not finding out the gender.
How often do you think that's happening?
I think it happens when you've already had a couple kids. Your third kid, maybe?
Yeah, you're like
way more likely.
They're all garbage.
We just said cheers to babies.
Yeah. Cheers to babies.
Shout out to babies.
Yeah, I mean, maybe people don't get, it's not as exciting. It's not as sort of.
I think people get that it's kind of like, I think it's still happening in some places. But what got really gross, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry this for the wives. The husbands who had very strong reactions one way or another. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
So I think that to avoid the pain of that, some people just canceled.
Because like for a while there was like a 3-year period when every other episode we were like, guess what? They lit a fucking forest on fire with their dumb gender reveal, like fireworks show.
Pyrotechnics, yeah.
Pyrotechnics. Because in addition to being misogynistic usually and just sort of like hyper focused on gender and sex, it was also like to me it felt so self-serving and like everyone's so invested in what nobody gives a shit.
Right.
Maybe that's it too. Like we're all just like, who cares?
Right. Who cares? I told you, I think I said this when we talked about it, gender reveal parties previously. I said when I was pregnant, I was dying for somebody to ask me, oh, what are you having? So I could say, well, fingers crossed it's a baby, but I'd be cool with a dinosaur.
Right.
Just something like that. Well, probably not a dinosaur, but I'm hoping for a baby.
I did learn because I didn't know what I was having, and I wanted to be surprised. And
okay,
it was
Susie,
fun.
You're the one who would know the answer to this more than me.
I did find it was fun that, like, when people would be like, "What are you having?" Since I genuinely didn't know, it made it real easy. But I would just be like, "What do you think it is?" That was always fun, and people really do enjoy theorizing and all their myths and
right.
And that's fun to hear. And then really it's an inroad for them to tell you about their experience. Yeah. Which is really what everyone is looking to do. Yeah. And so now everyone's happy.
Everybody's happy.
I think that's a lot of what invites, like when you're pregnant, people do talk to you more. And it is sort of just like that it's relatable usually and people want to share and connect that way. Yeah. And so great. I don't think it's so much about the gender as much as.
No, I think you're right. I think it's a lot. It's the inroad to talking about. It's kind of like, I mean, I'm trying to think. When I ask somebody what their dog's name is, sometimes I do want to talk about Bo.
Oh my God, it's so true. I really love that idea because I had always said, like, do not ask anybody what they named their baby or like why, meaning why did they name it? Like there's always a story that they want to tell you. Well, my grandma, and then likewise, the story of someone's tattoo, don't ask unless you want to be bored out of your mind.
I don't want anybody to ask me that question.
That's because you don't want to like either reveal it.
Well, none of mine are good stories. It's all like, I don't know. I was like trying to be cool at 17.
See, that's a great answer. I was just trying to be cool. But most people are like, well, in 1994, I ran into
some of them are really beautiful stories. Like, you know, I think
the person, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not asking ever again. I made that mistake like 2 times. And I was like, oh,
yeah.
It's supposed to be interesting. This person wants to tell me everything. Most people aren't great storytellers, Sarah.
This is true. This is
you
true.
Are. You're a great storyteller.
That is true. Well, because I have a family with ADHD who will lose interest in 2.5.
Yeah, they're like,
they're already. If I don't keep it interesting, and we got to get, it has to be a multi-sensory experience.
You're right.
That's why my vocal tone changes so much.
Yes.
I go up and down. There are hands. There are the wrinkles
so
on my face. Just speak
You're right.
up.
That is
yes.
really honed your skills.
I got to keep them interested. And it's also made, I think it's made me.
That's been good for you.
I'm actually just now realizing that is probably
I think that is a great
what makes me
theory.
Yeah.
Well, most people have not.
I have to keep people's interest.
And I'm like, just lie.
And do you see how good of a storyteller my mom is? She tells a great story. I got to be at least more interesting than that. Not more interesting, but you know,
you have to compete with that. Yes.
I got to compete with that.
At Thanksgiving, whoo!
Oh my gosh, it's dinner and a show at the Rice family house.
That is 100% true.
Yeah,
it is never a dull moment.
100%.
Okay, we need to talk about
what?
Well, I'm debating because I do need to. Okay, yeah, I want to talk about the Martin Short documentary.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
Okay. Because I've watched it twice now.
Oh.
Did you watch it yet?
Well, here's the thing. My girlfriend and I have now been told by multiple people that, oh my gosh, you need to watch this because it's all about love.
Yeah.
And da-da-da.
Yeah, it is.
And she and I are both doing that thing where we know, in the same way people told us that you need to watch Come See Me in the Good Light. Mm. And we were like, now we're fucking wrecked.
This isn't sad, though.
And so then we asked people, well, what happens?
Oh, well, that's sad. But the documentary's not sad.
Okay.
This is a documentary about joy.
So I think we've been resisting because of the emotional, like we weren't ready to have a cry fest.
Oh, there's no crying.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Everybody I've talked to says that they cry at their eyes out.
Wait, maybe normal people do. Wait.
I think so.
Hold on. Okay. I think Gretchen did say she cried her eyes out, if I'm remembering correctly.
That's the exact word that our friends used too.
I don't know why, though, because it is about joy.
Yes, joy.
There is nothing sad about it.
Tears of joy.
Because the death, of course, when someone dies, that's
let's talk
sad.
about it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I love Martin Short, and for you, he's a little too frenetic, and he's a little too much.
But
I
love him.
Stresses you out.
Oh, again, only in his movies.
Because you're like him.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you like Steve Martin because he's like calms you down and
yes,
things
100%. 100%. You are correct.
And that's how we got together.
Similar. Yeah. Yes. Steve Martin, Martin Short.
But. And don't get me wrong, I don't want to be married to Martin Short. I do not want to live with him. I do not want to be trapped in a challenge house with him. However, he is a really joyful example of how to navigate life, because life is sad. You do lose people that you love, and you do suffer, disappointments and frustrations, and you don't know. That's pretty much the only guarantee in life, is that it will be hard. And so if you have what he has, which is a pretty measured understanding of that fact, with the commitment to moving towards the light, you're going to be okay.
Yeah. I saw the interview that he did, or some clip from an interview that he did about talking about his daughter and his wife. And he was talking about disease of the body and of the mind. And sometimes disease is like life and terminal. Yes. And I just thought, when you said he's very measured, that is such a good word for it. Because for somebody who's so like frenetic and fast moving and like all over the place on stage and in his characters, in that moment, he was able to be so serious and so like direct, and like spoke like he's speaking right into your heart kind of thing. And I think that is a very hard thing to balance when you work in comedy, because so often comedy has been used as the tool to break the tension. And in those moments, it's very easy. Like the difficult thing to do is to not make the joke.
It can feel, what he does can feel from someone else, it could feel avoidant. It could feel like you're denying the reality and the depth of the human experience, because you're just like, look over here. But I don't think he's doing that. I think he's trying to find levity within the reality. And that feels healthy.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I definitely need to see this.
Yeah, because
it's just one of those things where I'm resisting. It's my Interstellar now.
No, don't. We can't.
No,
you can't. Because this is a balm. It really is.
Yes.
It's a feeling of like, it doesn't get too heavy. It really doesn't. And it's inspiring. Because you see like, oh, okay, like this is someone who has suffered tremendous loss, who was, but what is the loss evidence of? It is evidence of deep love. And the depth of his love for his wife, who did sadly die of cancer, is inspiring. And it was a gift. Yeah. And if he had never gotten that love, that would have been far worse.
I see that.
Okay. And
that's beautiful.
Also, it is beautiful, and he is so funny, and you can sense that it's real. But that there is underneath what you're describing, where it's like there is a seriousness to it. And in the New York Times article that they did about him, they profiled him, and this wasn't in the documentary, but the article told something that made me think of him newly, because this is so relatable to me and something I would totally do. Which is that every Monday, and he's done this for decades, Martin Short reflects on the week and gives himself grades in 9 categories of life.
That's very, I like that.
Including career, family, lifestyle, and one of them is discipline.
This is great.
I just love it.
That's like the wheel of well-being. I do this with clients. Like, you have to look at the different
every Monday.
and give yourself a grade. That is, yes.
He's a healthy man.
Let's come up with the rubric. Oh my gosh,
that
is very healthy.
And it's not shaming. It's just so like, oh, okay, I'm lacking in lifestyle, or I'm lacking in family. Okay. Yeah. And he said he did it because like in showbiz, like you're getting rejected all the time. So sometimes career is going to take a hit.
Yes. This is so healthy.
It's so healthy.
This is the wheel of well-being. Yes.
And so he can say, okay, I don't want to kind of drag in the career. So guess what? I'm going to give more to my family.
Absolutely.
And then we're going to stay balanced. It's so cute.
Yeah. Imagine if you let your career take over 100% of your life, and then you had failures in your career, setbacks. 100% of your life feels like it's failing. But if you got 8 other categories keeping you afloat, you're doing okay.
Yes. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Right.
How cute is it, too, that he's with... They don't talk about that in the documentary, but how cute is it that he's with Meryl Streep?
I mean,
those 2 doll babies getting wild.
You know they're having fun.
They are having so much fun laughing in the sack. You know it.
Yes.
I love it for them.
Me too. And I love that they've been kind of secretive about it because that means it's very real.
Yeah, they're like, this ain't for you people, baby.
Right. I love that. I love a little secret relation in Hollywood.
Me too. And if you want a relationship that's healthy, may we suggest highly?
Yes. This is a way to start out on the right foot, meeting in a place where you're going to meet like-minded people who want to be authentic and show up in a real way.
Show up. I mean, dating is hard. And you want to find somebody that you're compatible with. And you don't want some weirdo that's just sending you stuff you don't want.
No, you don't want that.
Which is why Highly is great because they have the consent card. So you get to say, like, do I want these suggestive texts or pictures or not? Right. That's up to you. Maybe you love it.
Yeah.
You can't get enough. Well, that's great. But
you get to be in the driver's seat.
You're in the driver's seat. And they have the Icks and Clicks score. So you know if, like, whoever you're looking at is, you know, compatible with you on sort of like interests and values and things like that. I think it's great.
Yeah, go a little deeper than just the photos.
Yeah. I mean, you want to see they're cute? Sure. But maybe what else they got going on?
Yeah.
And they have the Highly dating app truth report. Let's read a fact. How about this one? 45% of female and 52% of male daters say dating was better in 2016.
So if you're somebody who's feeling like, oh man, things are a little tough right now, don't worry, you're not alone.
No, everyone was like, oh, those were the glory days. Yeah. Highly dating app. I don't think Highly dating app existed in 2016, so maybe that was the problem.
Yeah. So we're taking the best from and cutting the worst. Doing something new.
Yeah, and I think people are learning too about like social media and how to make it work for them and what they like, what they don't like. So maybe that's why it's like they're ready for a change. They want things to be authentic. And if you do too, you can download the Highly dating app from the App Store or Google Play or visit highly.com. That's HILY.com, which stands for Hey, I Like You.
Cute.
Date as you are with Highly dating app. Yes. All right, you got to watch it. I know you're dragging your feet, but just think about it.
I will.
Okay.
Thought about it.
Did you watch the Crash documentary on it?
I sure did.
Okay, great. Do you want me to save it for yours?
No, we can talk about it.
Okay. So if you didn't watch it, on Netflix, there's a documentary that came out about these high school kids, 2 boys and a girl. The girl was the driver, and it's about sadly an accident or a crash that happened early in the morning one night after, they were all hanging out doing whatever. And it was initially thought of as just like this horrible accident that was a result of, I don't know, maybe drugs, maybe alcohol, maybe a car malfunction or something, where they crashed into this building, this school, I think.
Yeah. And
the 2 boys died, and the driver, the female, who was the girlfriend of one of them, was in serious condition but survived. And as the documentary proceeds, it becomes a question of like, was it an accident or was it intentional or what?
Yeah.
So then what were your thoughts after watching it?
Well, you never want to think that somebody would do something like that intentionally, but there's a part of the car that I wasn't even aware of, especially on these like modern cars where everything's electronic. It's kind of like the car's black box. And so these forensic experts, whatever, went to the information that was in the car and it tells you everything, all of the input that the car, anything that went on, and it's like second by second. And so they were able to show not what caused it, but just what the car did in the last 5-10 seconds, time leading up to it. Mm-hmm. And what you see is a car that went from being like driven in a controlled manner, like somebody who's definitely aware of what they're doing behind the wheel and not out of control or not
like normal driving.
And then the pedal is at 100% for the whole time with absolutely no pressing on the brake. Mm-hmm. The
pedal to the
gas,
metal.
Pedal to the metal. Gas is at 100, brake is at 0. And it shows the attempts to like turn. And there was an attempt to turn right. So she did try to turn. But to me, I think they made a really good point when she said that mom tried to argue that she has a condition where she could just pass out at any moment. But the way that the road is not straight. And when you pass out, you don't pass out with, it takes, if you've ever tried to put your pedal to the metal on a car that's going fast, it takes some force to do that. If you pass out, you're going to release the force on that gas pedal. And this road had like an S curve to it. So if you were to pass out, you wouldn't have been able to maintain control on the turns that were on that road. And she got on a road where the speed limit looks like it should be 35 miles an hour. She got that car up to almost 100 miles an hour. I've never, ever taken a car up above like 90 miles an hour. I've never done that. Mm-hmm. Because it feels, I know when I'm driving on the freeway and I even get it to 80, I go, well, when I moved to Colorado and the speed limit on some of the freeways is 75, I remember going, whoa, this is out of control. That is too fast for my, I was like, everybody, this is crazy. So to think you're going another 25 miles over that to me is murder.
All right, let's say you're right. And clearly what a lot of people think is true.
Yeah.
For this situation, that this was intentional. Do you think that she had a death wish? Because that would include her. I mean, she's in the car.
I think what happened is she thought, I think this was, what do you call it? No, you know what? It should be maybe manslaughter or something like that. Maybe murder is because I don't know if, I think that she thought she could make that turn.
Oh. Okay.
I think
this
was
she was intentionally crashing.
I think she went to try to make that turn. Okay. And didn't realize how fast she was going. You know?
Yeah, maybe.
Because they did say that it veered right at the end. And I think if you were trying to crash the car, you wouldn't have veered right. You would have just kept going straight. The movement of the car, I feel like, tells a story.
Yeah.
And the judge and everybody, I think saw that.
Yeah. It is, the documentary tries to show how, well, and frankly, young people, they're cuckoo crazy. We already know this.
Dude.
And the way that they emotionally react to stuff and regulate is not great. But on the other hand, this does not happen very often.
Right.
They might OD or drive drunk or something like that, but you don't hear of a lot of like circumstances where like somebody especially a girl in high school is behaving in a way that is murderous.
This seemed a little bit like, don't you feel like there was a lot of narcissism that we saw from her, even ongoing?
Yeah.
That you see those behaviors. And I think that...
Yeah, I don't think she has a conscience, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, I think that is where this, like, what is it? Like, this grandiose kind of, like, she could make that. I think that this had more to do with she's gonna be dramatic and scare her boyfriend. Like, if you're not with me, then
yeah, it was
I'll
sort
crash
of
this
like
car kind of thing.
I'll show you. Okay.
And then maybe he didn't give her the response that she wanted with the other person in the car. And so she stayed committed to the bit in a way that she didn't understand the consequences of.
Do you think it's true that she doesn't remember what happened?
Yes. And here's why. Because I wouldn't have said yes if this were before my mom's accident.
Mm-hmm.
My mom did not have anything. There's no, like, trial or anything like that where she has any incentive to lie or whatever. My mom can't remember when she fell off the building. Your brain is so protective of things that are traumatizing that it does a job of, like, sweeping away all those memories. And my mom cannot remember anything from when she left the restaurant. Like, she can't remember getting to the house or what happened in a time where she was very conscious, very aware. And there was no alcohol in my mom's system, nothing. And then I remember having a hard time with the, like, visuals in my mind of what my mom's accident was like. And my therapist said to me, your mom's brain is protecting her from those images. Don't try to yourself create those images. And it was then where I was like, oh my gosh, wow, the brain really does protect, and it doesn't decide, how far before the accident or when it's going to stop. I don't know when it's going to come online or what memories it's going to I don't know if there's an actual time. I've heard that so much from people who have been in very traumatic accidents that they actually can't remember. That does make sense to me. But I think that just because you can't remember doesn't mean that you passed out. My mom was very, like, there's video evidence of my mom climbing. It's all on camera. She was conscious, but she doesn't remember any of it. So, and that's what I think is the situation here. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I think that's possible. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think she would admit it if she did remember.
She doesn't look. And then this is what I love about these. I mean, I don't love anything about documentaries that are about tragedies and stuff like that. But I always appreciate sometimes it'll be like the last scene where the camera just stays rolling for longer than the person thinks. And there's you catch, like, an in-between moment that the person doesn't think is going to be on there. And she has this interaction or this conversation or discussion, whatever, with her lawyer that was like, did I do it right? Or that made me feel
calculated.
Like, yes. And that part felt like it was intentionally put in there. And, she was very big on projecting a certain kind of image. And I think that whether that's authentic for who she is or not, that's the role you were trying to play, and this is where that leads you.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Mm-hmm. It's sad. It's very sad. The people who I am most upset about or at are her parents.
Yeah, they are something.
I mean, they are... First of all, what kind of dummy wears a shirt that says boom on it, like an explosion that looks like a crash? Mm-hmm. Cartoon draw on his shirt. Mm-hmm. To go be interviewed about your daughter killing two people.
Oblivious.
What the fuck was that, Susie?
Really? Truly.
Nobody thought maybe don't wear that shirt.
World. No, truly. It's almost like,
tell me what happened there.
It's good that it's clear they're not calculating.
They're just that dumb.
They're just oblivious.
I would say they're incapable. They are the kind of, where we talk, like, we've said that
they can't think of other people. What would this look like to somebody whose child died in my daughter's car?
And to say this mom had the audacity to put up a post that said, like, my daughter arguably suffered more or is going through more than the families that lost children. Like, I have no words.
It's wild.
There is one character person. You know what I mean? Real people that I really loved and I think is going to go on to do amazing things, like watch her. And that's the sister of the brother who was killed, or sister of the boy who was killed. They were both adopted. And this little girl is so strong. And she just has that, when you see something, you're like, that person's going to either be like a politician, or you're going to be a change maker, or you're going to do something and you're going to like run a hospital someday and you're actually going to make change and do really good things. My heart tells me she's going to have a tough life and it's going to be hard for her to find relationships and like find that trust that people won't leave. It sounds like she has wonderful parents, so there will be some challenges, as there are with anybody who's gone through trauma. But she has that magical like spark that I see, and I'm just like, oh, you are a tough, brave, strong little girl.
I agree with you.
Oh, my heart goes out to her. That would be so hard when she talked to the judge and she's like, he's the only person I've had in my life, my whole life. And that is devastating.
Yeah, they were adopted together and they had a tough go of it. Yeah.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah. Well, this is a totally unsavory, what do we call it? Transition. Yeah, segue. But I have to do it because this is my job.
You got somebody's got to keep the lights on over here.
Yeah, and we like to keep it light while we keep the lights on. And sometimes you got to do a little Meister family business gambling.
Oh, yes, you do.
Did you watch the Ronda Rousey fight?
Oh, yes.
Oof. Whoa. 17 seconds was enough for me.
Oh my, she is really not helping my argument of, I'm getting older and I don't need to be doing this anymore. Wow. She is so strong.
Yeah, that was something. If you didn't watch it, woo. I mean, and the Meister family loves a good bet.
Yep, it's in your genes.
Yeah, we are a DraftKings family, and we enjoy all of it. We have a lot of fun. And what do you get when you combine bingo style, which freaking love bingo. We should go to bingo, by the way. I'm sorry, this is an aside.
Yeah.
What do you get when you combine bingo style bonuses and slots? Cashingo. DraftKings Casino is the exclusive place to play Cashingo slots. New casino players play $5 and get 1,000 flex spins. Claim 50 spins a day for 20 days on your choice of over 100 slots, including the exclusive Cashingo collection. Here we go. Ready? Download the DraftKings Casino app and sign up with code BRAINCANDY to claim your flex spins and experience Cashingo, the feature you can't play anywhere else. The crown is yours. In partnership with DraftKings Casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus, physically present, Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only, void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. Non-withdrawable spins issued as 50 spins per day for 20 days, valid for select games only, and expire each day after 24 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos and July 22nd at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time.
Whoa, well done.
Baby. For real, why have we never gone to bingo?
I would love to go to bingo.
That's actually a really
Have I ever been to bingo?
Ever in your life?
I actually am thinking about it. I mean, I know I've been like one time somewhere, but did I ever go to drag bingo or something? That rings a bell. Maybe one time, but not like I should remember that. I should do this. There's a bingo hall. There's actually a bingo hall walkable from my house. And it's a fun bingo hall.
We have to. It is one of my favorite things to do.
They always look like they're having a blast, and they're blasting music that is like.
And they all have like trolls, and they bring all their like troll dolls. They bring like all their good luck stuff. They set them up. They got the daubers.
Right here.
Yeah. This could be us, Sarah.
Man.
Okay, next time.
We have bingo stampers. We have the stampers that our Brain Candy Brainiacs bought us for our bingo game.
Yeah.
Daubers. We have those. Mm-hmm. We're ready.
I don't know what we're doing.
What are we doing? Wasting our damn time? Not playing bingo? I could be making money over here.
That's what I'm saying. All right. Moving on. Do you remember ages ago when I was... You probably won't, but
maybe I will.
Was talking about how I have somebody in my life that I always thought got a secret nose job.
Oh.
Like where I was like, their nose is different from, early life to like now. And then I found these old sort of like slides or like undeveloped headshots that I had done when I was like 17 or 18. And I looked at them and I'm like, it looks like I got a nose job. Okay. And so I was like, oh my gosh, you know how like in my discovery page on Instagram, half of it is just like celebrity, like before and after plastic surgery. I am
aware of this. Yeah.
I love plastic surgery results. I love seeing what people have done. I love blah, 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 blah. And so like, when in the comments, inevitably someone will be like, that's just puberty. And I'm just sort of like, it is not puberty. However, there is an explanation that is not puberty that I believe applies to me and the person I know who I think had a nose job. But
what is it?
Accutane. The acne medication I took when I was about 17.
Really?
And the person that I think had a nose job also did Accutane, which is
do we have to do a research on this?
Yeah, well, people were accusing Kendall Jenner of having a nose job. And she came out and was like, I never had a nose job, but what I did do was Accutane. And everyone was like, what are you talking about? But evidently... people that use Accutane, which is a very potent acne medication, where you have to sign like all this stuff saying you're not going to get pregnant. You have to go in every month for a pregnancy test. You have to it is serious because it causes birth defects.
Yeah.
If you did it, which I did, it is like a big deal. And evidently it changes the shape of your nose.
Well, I'm sorry, but if it's everybody you think got a nose job, is this the worst thing?
It's fucking great. Because honestly, when I show you these photos, which I will do during our break, I'm going to get them for you and you will see.
Yeah, I want to see.
You won't believe it. You'll be like, holy shit, you look like Bert from Sesame Street.
What?
And I mean, not that my nose is so fucking great now, but I'm just saying like it doesn't look like I need a nose job.
No. Right.
And when you see it, you're going to be like, we are accusing a lot of people of having nose jobs that probably just took Accutane.
Maybe.
What do you think?
I think you're right. I think, I mean, I'm one that nobody's ever accused of having plastic surgery. So I fall into a very different camp. People are more like,
so you're all natural.
So you're doing the natural thing. Got it.
Do you know anyone that did Accutane? Did they? I'm sure it's not like people are.
I don't know any women.
Just men.
Yeah, but not many of them. No, I don't know anybody.
I can't wait to show you these pictures.
You know what? Maybe one person, and I'm going to ask. And I actually think you might be right.
I'm telling you, this is real. Like, if you have a nose you're not too fond of, you want a little bit of a slimming effect. Nothing crazy.
This is nuts because, like, what is it doing?
What is it doing?
Is it, like, decaying the fucking...
It's like cocaine.
Cartilage? What is it? Right,
like
what is
Michael
happening
Jackson.
in there?
That is what I do not know. Is, like, what... Okay. Here's what I do know that it does.
Unqualified to say anything medical. It's hilarious when we start talking about it.
What I do know that it, acne comes from testosterone, particularly the,
Okay.
hormonal.
Yeah. We're
acne.
getting somewhere. This is like Sarah's got a theory. I love playing this game. Okay.
And given that if it affects your fertility parts.
Yes. You were going somewhere. And I would also say that I think you're onto something with this because when you get pregnant, nose widens.
Grows.
So something related to, and that's probably
I think
increased.
It's testosterone or some, maybe estrogen, whatever. And so like, you know how birth control.
See what happens to my nose after a few years on all the stuff.
Yeah. If you adjust it, you should look like maybe if you were taking more testosterone at one point, like did your nose expand? Because you know how I was taking Yasmin birth control for a while. And I had to stop because it gave me migraines. But the reason it gave me migraines is the same reason it was effective for cystic acne on my jawline, which is that it puts a ton of estrogen in you. And so you get migraines, but it does clear your jawline. So I'm just saying that I think what it may do is affect the testosterone secretion or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It has something to do with that. And maybe that gives you a bigger nose. I mean, men don't exactly have dainty noses.
Sounds about right. I mean, it's good.
And you know how they always say like ears and noses keep growing forever?
Yeah.
I feel like it's about testosterone.
I wonder if that's in the list of side effects with my testosterone changes in...
Can you look or what?
I sure as heck will.
Yeah, because I swear to God, the reason why I won't let it go is because when you see the picture of me at this time, you're gonna be like, Sue's had a nose job and she's not admitting it.
Testosterone levels are closely linked to human facial morphology, including nose shape.
Yeah. It's
wider bridge, broader base, downward angled tip, and larger overall size.
Yeah, I had a testosterone.
It says that
nose.
the nasal cartilage and skin thickness tend to increase, contributing to a heavy, more prominent nasal shape. Testosterone can cause an angle between the base of the nose and upper lip to angle downward, altering the nose's profile.
See, this is why, like women, when they say she has a button nose, nobody says that's like a good thing for a man to have. It's a feminine feature.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you have a nose and you want just a little something, maybe take Accutane.
Or if you don't want random side effects of random shit, enjoy that chin acne.
Right. That's true. Imagine. Right.
My brother and I talk about this all the time. Yeah, it's like whack-a-mole. You do one and it's like, oh, this other thing popped up over here. So.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to all that shit.
Yeah. Well, I loved it.
I love
Good talk. Good talk. I love you.
Oh. All right, friends. Thanks for listening. Please use our codes, which can all be found at thebraincandypodcast.com at our Candy Codes tab. And, thanks for letting us do this for a living for 11 plus years. We're very lucky.
We love it.
Bye.